Good morning everyone. Welcome to this video of class 4 science. So before starting today's topic, I would like to give you some instructions regarding COVID-19. Wear mask, follow physical distancing and maintain hand hygiene. Students, you have to wear mask properly whenever you go outside from your home or anywhere. Stay at least 6 feet away from others. So you have to maintain a distance of 6 feet from others. Wash your hands frequently, always with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. And remember one more thing which is really very important, that is, do not touch your face. Face means your eyes, nose and mouth. Do not share your food or drink with others. If you will follow all these instructions, so you will prevent yourself and others also from COVID-19. Now, today we are going to start our new chapter, that is chapter number 10, Force, Work and Energy. So before starting, I want to ask a question from all of you, that suppose you have a pen on this table and you want to change its position. So what will you do? Either you move it away from you or you move it closer to you. In both the manners, you will change its position. But if you move it away from you, so a push is being applied to bring about the change. And if you pull this pen, so it comes near to you and a pull is applied. So in both the cases, the position of the pen changes. So you can say that either a push or a pull is being applied to bring about the change in the position of an object. And this push or a pull which is acting on a body is known as a force. It is also applied to bring about the change in shape or size of an object, which we will discuss later on. But in a simple definition, you can say that a push or pull acting on a body is called as force. So, today our topic is force, work and energy. This is your lesson number 10. Now let's do an activity. You can see there are so many pictures, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pictures, and you can see that there are so many changes or activities observed in these following pictures. So first one is this. In the first picture you can see that a boy is throwing a ball. So in the first activity the boy is throwing a ball. So which activity he is doing? He is throwing a ball. And in throwing, either he is pulling a ball or he is pushing a ball. So you can see that he is pushing a ball. So in the first blank you have to write which activity he is doing, and here you have to write that whether he is pushing a ball or whether he is pulling a ball. So in the first picture a boy is throwing a ball and he is pushing a ball, so a push is being applied. In the first picture a push is being applied. In the similar manner, in the second picture you can see that a boy is catching a ball. So you have to write in the second blank that he is catching a ball, so the name of the activity is catching, and here you have to write whether he is pushing or pulling a ball. So in the second one he is pulling a ball, so you have to write that a pull is being applied. In the similar manner you have to fill up all the blanks by looking these pictures. So this is your today's activity and you have to do it. Similarly, you can see that in the third picture the boy is hitting a ball. So the name of the activity is hitting, and you have to write whether he is pushing or pulling the ball. And 4, 5, and 6 you have to do yourself. Okay. So a push or pull which is acting on a body, that is known as a force. And force is applied when two or more bodies act upon one another to bring or to bring changes. What type of changes? Changes from state of rest to the state of motion in an object, or change from the state of motion to the state of rest, which you can see here. This ball was in the state of rest, but with the help of force a boy changes the state of rest into state of motion. Similarly, in the second picture this ball was in the state of motion, and with the help of this force a boy changes the state of motion into state of rest. So force can bring about many changes. It can change the size of an object, it can change the shape of an object, it also changes the speed of a moving object, it also changes the direction of the motion of the moving object, and so many changes. Force. You already know that pushes and pulls are forces. So a push or pull acting on a body is called a force. When you push or pull something, it moves. So a push or pull is being applied to bring about the change in motion or the shapes or size of an object. For example, throwing, hitting, kicking, squeezing, in all these activities a push is applied, and the activities like catching, stretching, and many more, a pull is applied. And why this push or pull is applied? To bring about the change. When you throw a ball you use force. So if we want to throw a ball, so we have to use force, and that force is push. When you hit a moving ball you use force to change its direction. If we want to hit a moving ball, so we have to use the force, and this force change its direction. When you stop a moving ball you use force. To stop a moving ball also we use force. So using force to move, using force to change direction, and using force to stop. So A push moves something away from us and a pull moves something closer to us. This is the difference between the push and pull. And this push or pull acting on a body, that is known as force. Therefore, force can move a body, change the direction of a moving body, and stop a moving body. So force can move a body. If we apply push or pull, so force can move a body, and it also changes the direction of a moving body. It also stops a moving body, and force can also change the shape of moving body. So force is applied when two or more bodies act upon one another, and it changes the state of rest to state of motion of an object. It also changes from the state of motion to the state of rest in an object. It also changes in the direction of motion of a moving object. It changes in the speed of a moving object. It changes in the shape of an object. It changes in the size of an object. And force can be exerted by humans and animals and machines also. And this force is of many types. So let's discuss the types of forces. When you use your muscles to move things, you use muscular force. Whenever we use our muscles to move anything, or so we use our muscular force, because the force from our muscles is applied to the object to move. So that is known as the muscular force. Animals also use muscular force when they use their muscles to pull a load. You have seen many animals which are used to pull a load, like donkey, camel, horse. They all use their muscular force to pull a load. So that force is known as muscular force, the force which is used by the muscles. That is known as muscular force. We also use that muscular force if we want to cut anything, if we want to move anything. So we have to use the force from our muscles. So that force is known as muscular force. Now when you throw a ball up in the air, it comes down. Whenever we throw anything up in the air, whether it is a ball, it is an apple, orange, or anything, if we throw anything up in the air, so it comes down. Why it comes down? This is because the earth pulls everything towards itself, because our earth has an pulling force which pulls everything towards itself, and this pull or force which pulls all the things towards the center of the earth is known as a gravitational force. So our earth has an special type of force which is known as a gravitational force, and it is also known as the pulling force because it pulls everything towards itself. That is why we are able to walk on the ground, because the force present in earth pulls us towards itself. That is why we are able to move on the earth. If the earth doesn't have this gravitational force, we will not be able to walk on the earth, because the earth stops to pull us towards itself, and after that we will not be able to walk on the earth. So the force which pulls everything towards itself, that is known as the gravitational force, and it is present in earth. Now the next type of force is frictional force. A moving body stops due to frictional force. When we roll a ball along the ground, it stops after some time. If we want to stop a moving body, so a frictional force is applied to that body. When we roll a ball along a ground, it stops after some time. When we roll a ball, it stops after some time itself. Why? Because the ball stops because its surface rubs against the rough surface of the ground, because the surface of the ball rub against the surface of the ground, and this roughness causes the ball to slow down and finally stop. This force is known as a frictional force. So the ball stops because the surface of the ball and the surface of the ground rub against each other, and this roughness causes the ball to slow down and it finally stops. This force is known as a frictional force. So the force created by rubbing the two surfaces against each other, that is known as a frictional force. So friction is produced when two surfaces rub against each other, and there is more friction if a surface is rough. Frictional force slow down a moving object. But friction is also necessary for making the movement possible, because if we walk on a very smooth surface uh, like uh, like ice, so we might slip and fall because there is very little frictions between the ice and our feet. That is why we slip and fall on ice. And the smooth surface offers very less friction, and a rough surface offers more friction. And if the friction is more and we want to reduce that friction, so can we reduce it? Yes. How? Friction can be reduced by using lubricants. Lubricants means oil, wax or grease, which make the surface smooth and reduce the friction. So if we have to move a heavy box, it is easier to move the box if the surface is smooth or the box has wheels. So I think all of you have seen that in the game of carom, players spread fine powder on the board. Why? Because this makes the board slippery, and the striker then move easily because there is less friction. So that is known as the frictional force. So first type of force is muscular force. Muscular force is applied when muscles are used to push, pull, twist or lift or stretch any object, and stretching with fingers and pushing uh, stretching a rubber band with fingers and pushing a mug into water. These all are examples of muscular force. Animals also use that muscular force to pull a heavy load. Animals like camel, horse, they all are used to pull a load. Next type of force is gravitational force. Gravitational force is a force which is present in all the objects in the universe, and each object in the universe pull other object with this force. And gravitational force of the earth pull all the things towards its center. It keeps all the things on the earth bound to it, and it causes the objects to drop to the ground and water to flow downhill. So the force which is present on earth and which is and due to which we the earth pull everything towards itself, that is known as the gravitational force. Next type of force is frictional force, which is used to stop a moving body, that is known as a frictional force. So today we have discussed about the what is force and what are the different types of forces. So thank you and see you in the next video.